This enclosure had 58 in it, and then I transferred all of the caterpillars that were still eating into another bigger enclosure. So the top of this enclosure is quite busy tonight. There's not a whole lot of caterpillars left on the bottom that are eating. As you see, there's still a ton of milkweed in here that didn't get eaten because most of them made their way to the top of the enclosure. I am still checking in the leaves to make sure that I'm not accidentally tossing anybody out. Also, because I have had caterpillars do weird things like form a J inside of like a rolled up leaf and then pupate inside of a rolled up leaf, which is absolutely a bad idea because there's not enough room inside of leaves and they are likely to get squished that way, or they don't form correctly because there's not enough room for them to properly pupate. So I'm still checking inside of these leaves. There is some bright green vomit on the paper towels on the bottom of the enclosure. Somebody probably got a taste of something they didn't like, puked it back up. It is not uncommon. It is nothing to be concerned about unless there's vomit everywhere. Try not to knock anybody off while I'm dumping off the frass. And this guy is the last one. I've also had caterpillars hang in J from behind paper towels, and when I go to pick up the paper towels, I feel something and it scares me and I jump. Can't always predict what they're going to do. Gonna sweep up the small amount of frost that's in here. Did want to check to make sure there weren't any caterpillars in this piece. Okay. Put the paper towels in. Try to grab these. Alright, so I think I counted 6 caterpillars left eating on the bottom. So we have 1, 2, so there's 7. This guy is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 caterpillars left in this enclosure, which is not a whole lot. I'll show you the top. Look at how many J's and chrysalises there are. This chrysalis is just finishing up. I didn't even notice it pupating above my hands while I was working. So it's currently attaching its cremaster to the silk button up above it. That's all the wriggling around that they do. The cremaster is the black stick-like thing that sticks out of the top of the chrysalis, and it has hundreds of teeny tiny hooks on the tip of it, and those hooks are what hold it to the silk button above. So it's moving all around, attaching that stick, that cremaster, to the silk button. There are so many at the top of this enclosure. And then I'll show you the other corner. Alright, this is the caterpillar skin that just pupated. So I'm going to grab some fresh milkweed for the caterpillars that are on the bottom of the enclosure still. They don't need a whole lot because by tomorrow night they are going to be done eating and up at the top of the enclosure pupating, or preparing to pupate anyway. Tomorrow when I check on this enclosure, they will be in J at the top. Alright, so that's probably more than enough for them.